And speaking of badgers, the next pattern I want to talk to you about is the badger face. And you're probably wondering, why is it called a badger face? Well, let me show you. This lovely girl right here, this is Melody, and she's a badger face. Her markings make it look like she's a badger. And badger face is a very common pattern. It can co-express with many different patterns, including the solid, which we've already talked about. And the badger face has those black markings on their face, but they also have the black on their belly. If they're a morit, they're morit markings on their face and morit on their bellies and legs. And their back is a creamish, tannish color. And they're very pretty. They can have subtle differences sometimes, and it's quite uncommon. And I think it's a genetic mutation where on their back, where they're supposed to be cream, they can be kind of a silverish gray color. And that's not a pattern, that's just a genetic color mutation. Isn't that interesting? And another pattern that the badger face can co-express with is the mouflon. Unfortunately, I don't think we have any mouflons up here right now, except maybe I can get Jolene on camera for us. I guess not. She doesn't really want to be on the camera, I suppose. I don't know if you can see her. She's that gray one right in the center, trying to pretend like we don't exist. She is gray mouflon. Typically with a mouflon, you get the black or you get the morit, but you can also get them co-expressing with gray as well. And that's another pattern that we'll talk about in a minute. You probably think gray is a color. I'll explain later. But the mouflon, if you noticed, they were mostly dark in the face. And they are the complete opposite of a badger, actually, where their markings are black or morit in a badger face. They are actually cream colored, and vice versa. And their back will be black or morit, which can be expressed with gray as well. And their belly and their legs will be a cream color. And I like the mouflons because they're quite pretty and they're quite unique looking, at least to me. For the first, I don't know, probably 7, maybe 8 years, we had mostly solids, badger faces, and whites, which is another pattern. Again, you're probably a little confused about that, but I'll explain in a few minutes. But the mouflon was fairly recent after we introduced a brand new ram, which was a mort mouflon. And we got so many mouflons and a couple of morits, which we hadn't had in our flock before. So that was quite fun for us. I am so sorry. I keep getting ladybugs in my hair. Oh, gross. That one stunk on me.